Hello, how are you guys? Good to see you. Lots of people already here. Awesome. Hey Dane, hey Joey, hey Andrew, how you guys doing? Good to see everyone. Welcome back to Vegas Aces live stream. Today we are doing an AMA, Ask Me Anything. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I will get to that. Now, just before we get started, I just want to remind you to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that way you're always notified of our latest videos and live streams. Cool. Sweet. Lots of people. Awesome. Yep. So get your questions in there and we will get to that. Now, also too, remember to tip your dealer, and now you can with Super Chat. Super Chat is a way YouTube allows you to show your appreciation by tipping me any amount you want. Go ahead, give it a try, or show your support by becoming a member of our Patreon page. We have several different levels and rewards for you to choose from. Any membership level counts, even $1, so please join today. Okay, I think I got all the normal stuff out of the way. Awesome. So I had a couple questions from people. Oh, first off, the tournament, AMA won the tournament. AMA won the survey. Is that what you say? I did the survey monkey, the poll. That's what it is. So AMA won the poll. We had 3 votes for AMA, and then there was several games that had 2 votes, including 3-card poker, Blackjack, craps, and believe it or not, let her ride. So we'll do another poll this Saturday, so you guys can decide what we're doing for that following Thursday. Let's see. Before we get started too, I just want to bring something up really quick while you guys are here. If you guys are normal, viewers of this live stream and you show up a lot and you're interacting in the comments and everything, you may know Fred Beutler. I just want to give a moment of silence for Fred because unfortunately he passed away this weekend. I've known Fred for many years. Fred was one of my first, viewers, and then we became like friends with the Star Trek thing, and we would go hang out during Star Trek, and he was just a really, really nice, sweet, wonderful, caring, giving, just really awesome person. And unfortunately, he passed away last weekend. And that's one of the reasons why I canceled last Monday's live stream, is because if you can't tell, I couldn't go through it. So if we can, besides the music, of course, let's give a moment of silence for Fred real quick and remember him. Just remember him. So. So if you guys want to hear more about Fred and everything, we are going to dedicate our podcast, our Starfleet Underground podcast, to Fred. He was part of the family, so we are going to talk about him this weekend. We're going to have some guests on the podcast, and we're going to just remember Fred and talk about memories. So if you want to join us, that episode should be out Sunday night, Monday morning. Okay, so let's see what you guys are saying real fast before we get started. Yeah. So, just to answer a couple questions in the chat real quick, and then we'll get to the first one, the first lesson for today. We have a question from You Health. What do you think about online blackjack? So what do I think about it as far as playing goes? I'm not a big fan. I like the live table games, but you can do live table games online. They do have online casinos where you can do live dealer games on there. I think that's pretty cool. Also, too, it just depends on you, what your tastes are, what you like, what you don't like. So if that's something that you like, go for it. Have fun. For me, I don't play too much of online casinos. So, unless, of course, you're talking about video games, yep, I do play poker and blackjack in some video games, but it depends on the video game. Next question is, Eric says, what is your best guess on when the Vegas casinos are going to open? I don't know when they're going to open. The way that we have it right now is the governor is opening Las Vegas in phases. So we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. We just went into a new phase where people could go to the hairdresser. They could go to some non-essential businesses. They are open, and some restaurants are opening. We are looking for specific numbers, the number of infected versus the number of deaths, to determine when we're going into the next phase. So I don't know when exactly the casinos are going to open. It really just depends on the numbers and when the governor allows everyone to open again. Bill, is that shirt for sale? Yes, this shirt is for sale, Vegas Aces. If you go to vegas-aces.com on the shop tab, you will see you'll see the shop tab. You'll go down, you'll see merchandise, and you could buy this shirt and other shirts that we've done in that merchandise store. So thank you for asking, much appreciated. Dane says, is G2E still going on, or has it been canceled this year? We haven't heard anything about G2E or Cutting Edge. So far as I know, they're still on. They might be canceled. I don't know. We haven't heard anything. As soon as we hear something, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so again, remember, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat and I will get to it. Let me just start off real quick. We had a couple questions, a few email questions from someone who is learning how to shuffle. I am planning on releasing a video. I don't know when, but I'm going to be releasing a video on shuffling with larger hands, because I know I have petite hands, so the way I shuffle might be different from, say, a guy who's 6'5" and he has much larger hands than I do. So watch out for that video. We are going to have instruction on that. But what I tell people when they shuffle is you want to have your hand in an A shape. You can see it in this camera right here, an A shape. And what you're doing is you're putting pressure on the corners right here and right here with your palms. And you're keeping those points down while you're lifting up and letting the cards fall into place. And now you want the cards to fall into place. You don't want to force it. The more pressure you put on your hands when you're shuffling, the harder it's going to be for you. The nicer you are to your cards, the nicer the cards are back to you. And I totally butchered that. The nicer you are to your cards, the nicer the cards will be to you. Much better. Okay, so again, you want to hold down on those 2 points right there, the top corner of the deck, and then the bottom portion over here. You're holding it down. The cards are either straight on like so, or if you're having a problem, you could do a little V shape. That makes it a little easier to shuffle. And just lift it up and let the cards fall into place. So again, put the pressure right here, lift up, cards fall into place. Now when you're doing this, you don't want to lift up too high, because if you lift up too high, then you could show the people behind you what your cards are, and that's not good for the dealer. So when you're doing it, just keep it as low as you possibly could, but still lift it up and let it fall into place. Now, if you know how to shuffle or riffle, one of the skills or one of the exercises that you could do to be a better dealer is to try to riffle as softly as possible, quietly as possible, so that way you don't hear the cards when you're riffling. Some of the old school dealers will tell you that the quieter you riffle the deck and the quieter you handle the checks, the better of a dealer you are. Okay, so let's see real quick what you guys are saying in the chat. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions. We're going to go over shuffling, we're going to go over pitching, and we're going to go over cutting the stack of checks. And after that, if you guys don't have any other questions, we're going to call it a day. So please keep asking those questions. Let's see. Joey says, question. Never mind, I just worked it out while typing. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So what I'm going to show later on, and again, when I have the video up, and it's going to be much better, you're going to have a much better video. But guys, instead of laying their hands flat like so and lifting, what they do is they have it in like a claw or a spider, and then they lift it up like that. And that makes it easier for those larger hands. And again, do what feels comfortable for you. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you, you're probably not doing it right. If it feels comfortable, you're probably doing it right. Okay, so that's pretty much it for shuffling or riffling. Let me know if you have any questions about riffling, and we'll go over it again. People don't have too much of a hard time with the stripping or the boxing. Well, sometimes the boxing maneuver. But all of that is just practice. All you need to do is practice and you're good. And of course, remember, if you are having trouble, you can always take a video of yourself dealing, shuffling, pitching, whatever it is. Send it to me via Facebook or Twitter or email. I'm not on Facebook as much, so you might have to shoot me an email and be like, hey, I sent you this on Facebook, and then I'll go check it out. But let me know, and I will watch what you're doing, and I will help you guys out, and I'm here for you. Let me know. Oh, thank you. Domestic, much appreciated. So Domestic gave us a super chat of $4. Super appreciated. So does Pip. This means Pip gets a super chat treat of a little dog treat. I am all out of dog treats, but that means that Pip gets human treats. So I got a graham cracker right here for Pip, so that way she can eat that, and I know she'll appreciate that. Pip is a little stinker. I don't know if she deserves a treat. She kept me up all night barking. 3 a.m. and she's outside barking, and I'm like, seriously, Pip, give it a rest. Let's see what you guys are saying real quick. Come here, Pip. Come here. Look, somebody loves ya. Somebody gave you a treat. Look, treats. Okay, now say thank you. Thank you. She's like, no, give me the treat. So Dane says, do you think that there will be more stadium style games in the casino these days? So that is a great question. Yes, there will probably be more stadium style games in the casino. It is really easy to promote physical distancing as well as keep it clean. Players don't have to touch the cards, they don't have to touch the chips. They'll have handy wipes next to the machine, so that way when the players are done, they could just wipe down their area and their seat before they leave. Also too, the supervisor and the dealers are also responsible for cleaning and sanitizing those areas. Another thing you're going to see is everyone's going to wear a mask. The dealers are going to wear a mask. The players are going to wear a mask. The players and the dealers will both be given a temperature check. So if they have a temperature over 100 degrees, they won't be allowed into the property. Staff is going to be required to wash their hands a minimum once every hour, or after certain things, like if they sneeze, they have to wash their hands, for example. They're not allowed to touch their face. Let's see. At some casinos, there's going to be dividers on the table that are going to separate the dealers from the players and the players from the other players. Every other dealer, or every other blackjack table or every other casino table is going to be open, and they'll have one open one closed one open one closed one, and then on the table, okay, sure, I mean, if you want, I mean, are you comfortable, Pip? On the table, the players are going to be sitting on first base, third base, and in the middle. So these spots will be empty. Also, too, you're not allowed to go up to the table and like watch a game. You have to stay 6 feet away. So the dealer has to tell you to stay 6 feet away. We just created a COVID-19 training video for casinos to show their dealers. So we went through all of this in the video. It was like a 20-minute video. If you guys are a dealer in a casino, you might see it, might not, I don't know. But we're going to be putting that out for all the casinos. So let's see, what is the next question here? John the Scorned One says, do you want to have kids? I got a kid. It's a little fur baby right here. That's my fur baby. That's way easier than having a kid. Way easier than having a kid. Way easier. Isn't that right, Pip? And you're 14 years old. This is just like having a kid. She is 14 years old. That's like a teenager. You're a teenager. Do you realize that? You are an old teenager. Yes, you are. And she acts like it too. No, no, I can't talk. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna have kids. I'm 38. I'm old. I'm good. No kids. Yeah, I'm good with that. No kids. This is so much easier. I swear to God, so much easier. And unconditional love. It's awesome. Teenagers don't give you unconditional love. Dogs do. Let's see here. Joey says, stop whistling. My dog is looking at me like, what do you want? So, cool. Epi's funny Boston accent. Sweet. Nice to see you. How are you? Welcome to the show. When do you think the casinos are going to open? So we did just talk about that a little bit before. Just to go over it again, the governor is opening up Las Vegas in phases. So we are on to the next phase. You could get your hair done now. There are some non-essential businesses that are open. Restaurants are open. All of the crowded places like casinos, stadiums, anywhere where there's a lot of people, conventions, all of that's closed. That's going to open in the very last phase. And I don't know exactly the date on when it's going to open. It really just depends on when the other phases start, as well as how many people we have infected versus how many deaths we have. So there's a lot of things that are dependent on what's going to happen, and we just have to wait and see. But for right now, our governor is opening in phases, and we have opened, we're doing, what do they call it? The soft core open, or the soft open, or something. I don't know. I like my version better. They need to call it the soft core open. That's perfect for Las Vegas. Perfect for Las Vegas. I did give a guess on when they're opening, just not in the summer. Thank you. Yep, I'm 38 and a half. 39 in November. Don't do that. So Dane says, if there are new rules and regulations for card tables in regard to COVID-19, what will be the regulations for craps? Okay, so on craps, what they're going to do is they're going to have a maximum of 3 people on each side of the table. That's the max. They're going to have enough space in between the dealers and the players, and they're also going to separate those spaces by having standing dividers. With the dealers, once the dealer taps out and goes on break, they're supposed to sanitize the on-off button for the other dealer. And then as far as the dice go, every single time there's a new shooter, the stick men will sanitize all 5 dice. and then give it to the new shooter. The shooter will pick up their dice, and then the other dice will go in the bowl. So every time there's a new shooter, the dice are gonna, all 5 dice are gonna be sanitized. So that's pretty much it for craps. Let me know if you have any other questions. No, they'll still have a stick person. They need a stick person. Okay, so while we were waiting for you guys to give me more questions, let me know if you have a question. I'm going to show you how to pitch the cards, which is perfect because we have Pip up here, and Pip loves chasing after the cards. This is actually one of those things that dogs really enjoy doing. It's like chasing a toy. It's just exactly the same thing. So anyway, how to pitch. First, you want to make sure you're holding the deck correctly. So you want to cover the front portion of the deck as well as the sides of the deck. When you're holding it, let's see, there we go. When you're holding it, you want to hold it slightly away from your body, like around belly height at an upward angle. So that way the players can't see the tops of the deck. If you're holding it too low like this, the players could see the tops of the deck, and then if they're marking the cards, they could see what the next card is. If you're holding it up like this, they can't see the cards, and they can't see if they marked the next card or not. So you want to hold it the correct way. Make sure everything is covered and everything. And then when you push out, you're going to take your thumb and push diagonal going up. So up and out. Okay? Up and out, just like that. And then you grab it at the very, very top corner. You don't want to grab it right here. You don't want to grab it right here. You want to grab it right here at the top corner, because this gives you the most control of the card. If you grab it right here, you're not going to get, well, that's a bad example because that was a good flick. But you're not going to normally get a good flick when you hold it from the middle. So you want to hold it from the top. So hold it from the top, and then use your finger like so to flick the card. So if you want to know what that feels like, put your middle finger and your thumb together and flick. And that's what it feels like. So you want to flick the card just like so. And then once you figure out how to do it, first off, go slow. You always want to go slow. And once you figure out how to do it, just do it over and over and over again, going slow. The speed will come with time, okay? And then just keep practicing. Have little areas set up. So put something actually out there so that way you have something to aim at. So you could try to hit it when you're pitching the cards. That's the whole point. You want to always pitch the cards to the bets. You never want to pitch the cards to the people, because sometimes there will be more people than bets, and sometimes you'll have someone playing 2 bets. So you really need to know what you're doing as far as like where you're pitching the cards to. So if these are 2 separate people, you're going to pitch to that, to the bets. If it's one person playing 2 bets, you're going to pitch, and then the second one you're going to lie down just like so, and then pitch and lie down. And you're lying down because you're showing that this is the second hand, and lying down, making it nice and smooth and neat. It also shows you and the cameras that if the player looks at his 2 cards and then looks at these 2 cards, now all of a sudden these 2 cards are sloppy, and you know that he picked them up and he messed with them, because players aren't supposed to look at their second hand until they're done with their first hand. So this is one way for dealers to know, hey, he messed with the cards. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions about pitching. That was a really, really quick demonstration. Again, it's all about muscle memory. It's all about practicing at home. So you're going to have to do something 1,000,000 times. Do it slow. Make sure you're getting everything correct. And speed will come with time. You'll get better with time. Again, if you're not sure if you're doing it correctly, just send me a video, let me know, and I will look through it, watch it, and give you any hints or pointers or anything like that you might need. Now, let's see real quick what you guys are saying in the chat real quick. Sweet. Mr. Chad, thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Have you had to eject players before? Have I had players taken off my table? Yes, I have. So we had, I think I told you guys this. I'm pretty sure I told you guys this before. Actually, there's been quite a number of times I've had people ejected from my place. Okay, real quick, because there's a lot of times. I was dealing at, well, I can't tell you the casino I was dealing at. I was dealing on roulette, and I had a guy, he was drunk, and he tried to piss in his beer bottle. So he put his beer bottle, his empty beer bottle, down on the ground, and he pulled it out, and he was trying to go to the bathroom in it, and he was drunk, so he couldn't hit it. So it was really busy too, so you had like a ton of people walking by, and people weren't noticing this, and he was sitting there whizzing on their legs and their dresses and everything as they're passing by, and they didn't realize what was going on because it was so busy. He was ejected from the casino. We had a guy who did counterfeit money. He was ejected from the casino. That was roulette too. I had a guy on my blackjack table throw an ashtray at me. He was drunk, so I was able to sidestep it, and it hit my floor supervisor behind me. Floor supervisor's huge, over 6 feet, and big muscular guy, and he turned around, and my player cowered. He's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you." And my floor supervisor's like, "You meant to hit her? Okay, you're out. Go. Get out of here." So yeah, I've had a lot of people like kicked out of the casino for a lot of things. Like a lot of things. So fighting, cursing, throwing stuff, throwing cards, bodily fluids, spitting, yeah, there's a lot. Ha, sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated, Rocky. $5 super chat. So let me know if you want to hear a story. I still have to tell more stories about people being ejected, so I think we're going to be good on stories today. Let me just see if you guys have any more questions before we lose you guys on the screen. Once you guys go up, I lose you, and I can't see what you guys said anymore. No, Mr. Chad, your super chat showed up. I was just late. I was late, and I owe you another story. I'm trying to think of, like, I saw this one girl got kicked out one time, but she actually worked there. She had come off on her day off, and she went to one of the nightclubs, and she met a chick, and they went into the bathroom and started doing it in the bathroom. And security came in and found him and opened up the stall, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And the chick was like, "Oh, it's okay, don't worry, I work here." Okay, you are now fired. Wish you wouldn't have told me that. Now you're fired. Like, oh man, dude. So she got kicked out. Will the cards and dice be destroyed when canceled instead of being sold in gift shops? No, they'll probably still be sold in gift shops. I don't think you have to worry about that. Dane, why are there a lot of 6 to 5 blackjack tables in Vegas? Is 3 to 2 becoming a rarity? Yes, 3 to 2 is becoming a rarity. If you are looking for a 3 to 2 game, you'll usually find it in the high limit area or on a higher minimum table, like $25 minimum, $50 minimum. What a lot of casinos are doing, a lot of strip casinos are doing, is they are moving all of their tables so they pay 6 to 5 instead of 3 to 2. For the most part, people don't realize that there's a difference, and the casinos make a lot more money with 6 to 5 than they do with 3 to 2. Now, if you go to certain locals casinos, they'll have all 3 to 2 because they want to attract the locals crowd. They want to give people more. They want, to have more to offer. So you'll find more 3 to 2 games in the locals casinos off the strip. Are the entire floor plans going to be different in casinos? Yes, so they are going to change the floor plans in casinos. in order to promote social distancing. You'll also see it in slot machines. Either every other slot machine will be turned off, or they'll be arranged in a way that it's like a triangle. So you'll have one facing out here, one facing out here, one facing out here, and that promotes social distancing. And you'll have plastic dividers in between each one. When the players arrive at the casino, they're going to be given a care package, and of course every casino is different, so this isn't true for all casinos, but they're going to be given a care package with a mask, hand sanitizer, and sanitizing wipes, as well as like a COVID-19 information card. And the players are supposed to use the wipes to wipe down their playing area before and after they play. So that way, not just the casino is always sanitizing, but the players are helping by sanitizing as well. Yes, I saw it. Mr. Chad, are we good? Did we do enough stories? Are we cool? Let me know, Mr. Chad. But yes, I saw it, and we're good. It just takes me a while to get through these comments. I apologize. Rocky, what was the most memorable game you've dealt, positive or negative? Well, one time I was at this star base and I dealt this game called Dabo to a bunch of Ferengis. No, seriously, let's see here. Memorable, huh? Okay, I've fallen asleep on mini baccarat, so that's probably not memorable. I can fall asleep on blackjack, so that's probably not memorable. Craps always kept me up because that was a hell of a game. Roulette was fun. I enjoyed Pai Gal a lot. Big Six I could fall asleep at. So I guess the most memorable game would be either craps or roulette. Here's something that's memorable. Okay, Rocky, here we go. I got it. Perfect. I got an answer for you. So this was on roulette, and I had a guy come up to the table, and he was just like, you know what? It's my birthday. I'm feeling pretty lucky. I never do this. And he put $100 black chip straight up on 18. I'm like, okay, are you sure you want to do that? Yep, I'm sure. Okay, black inside. So I spin the ball, and it's spinning, drops, and it hits 18. And I paid him $3,500 for that one thing on 18 on black. So that right there is like memorable, right? Well, get this. So I pay him. He's all excited. He's happy. He's getting ready to leave. And he's like, you know what? Screw it. I already won the money. We're going to keep the $100 on there, and I'm going to put another 100 on top of it, and we'll play it again. Okay. 2 black inside. Cool. Spin the ball. I hit it again for a second time in a row. That was memorable. That guy was so excited. Oh my God, he was so freaking thrilled. I got a nice tip from that. So, got about what was it? I think it was like $500 tip from that. That was pretty cool. So that would be my most memorable. Rocky, thank you so much for your super chat. I hope that works for your super chat. I hope that's good. Hey Alfredo, hey Nashvillean, how are you? Good to see you. So Alfredo says, what about the chips? Okay, let me know what you're talking about and I'll answer your question, because I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Yeah, we're fine. I was asking them if... Okay, cool. So we're good. Awesome. Cool. Oh, cool. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? Good to see you. Got a lot of new people on this live stream. That's awesome. I mean, you're not new. It's just been a while since I've seen you last. So Matthew says, do you play an instrument even casually? So I am not musically inclined. If I sing, I will break a window. I used to play the violin when I was a kid in 8th grade, but that was pretty much it. I tried to learn the drums. But again, I'm just not musically inclined. I am more artistically inclined. So I've been doing a lot more watercolors lately. So we have more watercolors. I have this one. Real quick, let me show you what I'm working on real fast. Watercolors. It's not done. And I don't know if you guys could see it very well. Let's see here. There you go. It's not done, obviously, but I'm working on this right now. It's watercolor. So, yep, that's what I've been doing. Sometimes I get bored and I'll do murals. I'll paint murals on stuff. I'll paint on the wall. Cool. Joey, awesome. I answered your question. Very cool. Am I working on any art at the moment? Yep, you saw that. If you go to Instagram, on my Instagram account, Heather_Ferris_, you'll see some art that I have on there. I just did one with waves, and I'm working. I can't say anything because it's a surprise, but I'm working on someone's birthday present right now. So I'm working on that right now. You'll probably see that in a couple weeks. So yeah, I'm doing some artwork. I still should be working. Joe Bandit, thank you so much for not working and joining us on this live stream. Hopefully you're working from home. Good question. So Alfredo, the cleaning packet you mentioned, are we going to clean the chips? How often? Good question. Now, every casino is going to be different, so it really just depends on it depends on the casino you're at. There are 3 ways that I know of that they're going to clean the chips. So the first way is after all of the bets. So for example, all of the bets lost. Once all of the bets lost, they're going to place the chips on the side, and then they're going to take a little spritz can, and I don't have my little thing, but like a little rag, and they're going to spritz the chips and use the rag and actually clean them and then place them back into the rack. So taking the chips, spritz, rag, clean, here. Spritz, rag, clean, here. And they're going to clean it that way. Now, some of the other casinos, what they're going to do is, I don't know if you've seen it, it's like a sticky note pad holder. It's something like that, but they're going to put like a little sponge in it, and it's going to have disinfectant. So that's going to be right here on the side. So when you get losing chips, you could just bring it over, disinfect, put it back in, disinfect, put it back in, and that makes it a lot faster. And then the third way that they're going to clean the chips is they're going to have another dealer stationed at the table. So one dealer here actually dealing and one dealer here. And this dealer is going to be in charge of all of the cleaning, all of the sanitizing. They're going to sanitize the chips. They're going to sanitize this rail when the players leave. They're going to sanitize the dividers. They're going to sanitize the shoe. They're going to be in charge of all of the sanitizing procedures. So that is how they're going to handle the chips. All the chips will be cleaned before they're put back into the rack. You won't put the chips back into the rack until they've been cleaned. So I hope that answers your question. Ha! Nashvillein. The book. No updates on the book. I am horrible. I have no updates on the book. I have been trying really hard to catch up on things. I have been working on a list of client projects that I've been trying to complete. We've also been working on the casino closure article, the OUSC article, which you guys will see soon. I'm going to have surveys on the website, and they're going to have a list of all the casinos in Las Vegas. And I know it's not relevant now, but I'm putting it out anyway. How many tables they had open, what tables they had open, what's the minimum, what's the maximum, what are the odds, what are the rules. We're going to be posting all of that on the website so you could see all of the casinos here in Las Vegas. So we're working on that right now. Another thing we are working on is, let's see, the COVID-19 training videos. So I just spent the last 2 weeks working on that, writing the script, filming it. We're editing it right now. It's almost done. Actually, it's done. I just have to put it up on the website now. So we've been going at it pretty hard and long and everything, and we are coming up to the end. So as soon as I am done with all of that, I'm going to focus on my book, writing the book, as well as I have an 8-hour UNLV class that I'm going to be teaching, and I need to start preparing for that class as well. Well, not start. Trust me, I've put a lot of hours into preparing for that, but I need to finish that as well. So we have a lot going on over here, a lot we're doing. Like I said, I will never give George R. R. Martin shit ever again, like ever. If I was going to write a book ever again, I wouldn't have anything else going on. I would just focus on the book and nothing else. It's hard writing a book. Okay, so that's my updates. Like I said, hopefully once we get all that stuff done, I could just focus on writing the book. Like I said, it looks like this COVID-19 thing is going to be lasting a while. Also, too, I don't know if you guys heard in Shackelford's live stream last week, I'm going to be staying inside. So I am one of the at-risk populations or whatever. I have a list of autoimmune diseases. So I am going to be staying inside for a while. And at least until they get the vaccine. So I'm going to be working on my book during that time while I'm staying in. So hopefully we'll get it done in the next year or two. So Dane says, what are hotel resorts on the strip? What hotels or resorts on the strip are more affordable than those off the strip? What hotels on the strip are more affordable than those off the strip? So affordable hotels that are on the strip would be Oyo. That would be pretty affordable. I think Luxor is pretty affordable, and Luxor is cool because if you get the corner suite facing the west, you get the sun setting, and the corner suite has like a jacuzzi right next to the window, so you get to sit in the jacuzzi like sipping champagne or whatever, watching the sunset. It's really cool, and it's super cheap, like only $100. That's pretty affordable. Let's see, what are some other casinos that are affordable on the strip? Circus is extremely affordable, and you can consider that to be a part of the strip. Same with SLS and Stratosphere. They would be like at the end of the strip. So that would be the most affordable that I could think of off the top of my head. I love the TMNT one. Awesome. Are you talking about my TMNT paintings? I actually have a lot of those. I have paintings, drawings. I like Ninja Turtles. Was Stephen Paddock set up? I don't know. John? I don't know. Rocky, do you think any of these new cleaning methods will stick around after COVID goes away? I don't know. That's a good question. I guess it really just depends on what happens in the next year. I have no idea. Good question. Mr. Chad, so extra cleaning dealers will be the tip pools as well. Worried that lower capacity means less tokes. I know lots of players don't toke. Yeah. Yeah, so if they had a cleaning dealer on the table, more than likely that dealer would be getting tokes for that work. Yep. So Alfredo says, thank you so much. You're welcome. I play Blackjack, that's why I'm asking about the chips. Any idea when the casinos are going to open? So in Las Vegas, the governor has set it up so that way we're opening in phases. We just hit the next phase, which means people could go to hair salons and other non-essential businesses. Casinos, conventions, that type of thing, they are in the last phase. I don't know when they're going to reopen. It really just depends on our numbers, how many people are infected, how many people die, that type of a thing. I know that there are other states that are opening up. I don't know if any casinos are opening up. I heard that 1 or 2 casinos might be opening up, but I really need to verify that information before I'm sure about that. It really just depends on a lot of stuff. So that's the best answer I could give you guys as far as when the casinos are going to open up again. Stanley, how is the dog? Dane, Pip is cute and cuddly. Pip. 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 Come here. Come here. Oh. Thank you for asking. Pip is doing good. Like I said, she's 13 and a half, 14 years old. She's not happy about not going out for our afternoon walk. We used to go out for our morning walk and our afternoon walk, but my neighbors, well, let's just say my neighbors, all the kids are outside, they're all playing together, they're outside like having a barbecue, people are, you know, anyway, it's not safe, so we don't go out for our afternoon walk anymore. She's not happy about it. I'm trying to tell her it's better for both of us, but I don't think she believes me. So Dane says, what will casinos be using to measure body temperature of people entering? They're going to be using thermal cameras. So don't worry, they're not going to actually like touch you with anything. It'll be a thermal camera, and if you have a temperature of 100 degrees or more, you won't be allowed into the property. Same thing goes with staff. If any of the staff has a temperature of 100 degrees or more, they won't be allowed onto the property. Does Pip split tens? Yes, she does, but she does it only to piss me off. That's the only reason why she does it. Nashville, and we got a new dog, Valentine, Val for short, 4-month-old puppy, has, looks like a small coyote. She hates me. Aw, how sweet. I want to see a picture of your new dog. Joey, do you get tired of answering the same questions over and over? Joey, do you get tired of answering the same questions over and over? If I got tired of answering the same questions over and over, I probably wouldn't do live streams anymore, and I probably wouldn't do videos anymore, because that's pretty much it. It's like, okay, I gave you guys the video. Now you know how to do it. Nope. Now I get a ton of questions on how to do it. So, no, yeah, if I got tired of that, I probably wouldn't be doing live streams. No, you're cool. That was funny. I like that. You're all good. Okay, so real quick before we end, because we got about 10 minutes left. By the way, too, if you can, join us at 3 p.m. at the Odds Must Be Crazy, Mike Shackelford's live stream. We're going to be doing a live stream at 3 p.m. Odds Must Be Crazy. So please join us. Now, for those of you who are having trouble cutting the chips, real quick, going to do a demonstration. When you're pushing a stack of chips, you're going to use your pinky and your thumb, and you're going to grasp the very, very bottom chip, and you're going to use that to move the chips, okay? You don't want to grab up top because, oh, well, you're not grabbing all the chips, so you want to make sure to grab that bottom one. Okay, so you have your first chip. You're going to push the stack of chips with your finger and thumb towards this. Use your finger. You're going to slide across the top right here. Slide across the top and then lift up. And this is cutting into chips. So that way you know that they're all the same size. I know some people are having some trouble with this. Now cutting the chips, you want to do that. However, if you are on blackjack or something, you do not want to drop cut. Drop cutting is not acceptable on blackjack. Now you could drop cut on craps and you could drop cut on, depending on the casino, on roulette, but you never want to drop cut on any other games besides craps and roulette. Okay, let's see. Mr. Chad, what's a question you want to answer that no one asks? That I want to answer that no one asks. I guess that would be something like, so what is your opinion on Einstein's general theory of relativity, and do you think that scientists nowadays are able to grasp the concept of, say, quantum mechanics? Like, that would be something that would be fun to answer. We started doing that last live stream on Shackelford's live stream. We started answering some astronomy questions. Had a lot of fun with that. So that's my answer. How about you? What do you guys want to be asked? What do I think about Sweden? It's cold? That's where you have all that snow skiing, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, by the way, okay, I think I'm saying this right. Geography is my worst subject. I would flunk that like you would not believe. I am so bad at that. So, just saying. Lots of new people today. Wow. Am I married? Let's see. I know I have it here somewhere. There it is. Yes, I'm married. See? Right there. There's the ring. That means I'm married. That's it. Yep. I knew it. I had it. I knew I had it there somewhere. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We are done for this live stream. Again, join us at 3 p.m. at the Odds Must Be Crazy, where we are going to be doing another live stream with Mike Shackelford. Odds Must Be Crazy at 3 p.m. Just a quick reminder, Vegas Aces is supported by viewers like you. Donations make it possible for all of these videos to be brought to you for free. If you think that this video was worth more than $0, please donate the amount you feel it's worth by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you again for all the super chats. You guys are so awesome. And of course I get a lot of questions right at the very end. Oh, I lost a fan after showing the ring. Oh my goodness. Ah, no. You guys are so awesome. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys at 3 p.m. Have a good weekend. Bye.